In today's lesson, we're going to look at Spanish possessive adjectives. Here's an example of a phrase in English with a possessive adjective in it. It is not your pen, it is my pen. Our aims are to learn how to use possessive adjectives in Spanish. What is a possessive adjective? A possessive adjective describes who possesses a noun, i.e. it is my pen, it is your pen, it is his or her pen, it is our pen, it is your pen, it is their pen. And here we can see all of the possessive adjectives in Spanish. The important thing to remember is the possessive adjective you use is determined by the noun and its gender and number, and not the person that actually possesses that noun. An example would be if you had a house and it was deemed to be, in inverted commas, masculine, then you would still have to use the feminine singular form of the possessive adjective. This is because the word house, casa, is feminine in Spanish. The fact that it's owned by a man or has men living in it does not change the gender of the noun. This is really important to know when working out which possessive adjectives to use. Take a couple of minutes now and just copy down this chart. Then you'll be able to use it in the subsequent activities. It will also act as a useful reference tool for you as well. A good idea is to use different pens, as this will help you remember the importance of the gender and also the number. See if you can now complete this activity where you put the correct possessive adjectives in the blanks provided. Remember, it is the gender and number of the noun that dictates the possessive adjective you use and not the person who possesses that noun. See if you can then translate it as well. Pause the recording and do that now. Número 1. Es su estuche. Su, because estuche is masculine, singular. It is her pencil case. Número 2. Son vuestros zapatos. They are your shoes. Your, plural, means that you are talking to more than one person. Número 3. Es su taza. It is his cup. Although it is his, I've coloured the word in red because taza is feminine. Número 4. Son mis ruedas. They are my wheels. Notice again the word for wheels is both feminine and plural. Número 5. Son tus reglas. They are your rulers or your rules. Notice how the possessive adjective has an S on the end in green and is also coloured in red as well to indicate the word regla is feminine and plural, in this case with the S. Número 6. Es nuestra bufanda. It is our scarf. Although our clearly refers to more than one person, a group of people, it is still singular because the word for bufanda is feminine singular. And remember, it is the gender and number of the noun that dictates the possessive adjectives that you use. How did you get on? Remember to go back and correct any mistakes that you've made, so hopefully you can learn from your mistakes. Now translate these phrases by using a dictionary, if you need to, remembering to ask yourself the important questions. Is the noun masculine or feminine, and is it singular or plural? Remember, this will determine which possessive adjective you need to use. Pause the recording and do the activity before seeing what the answers are. Número 1. His car. Su coche. Número 2. Your computer. Vuestro ordenador. Número 3. Our book. Nuestro libro. Número 4. My trousers. Mis pantalones. Número 5. Her money. Su dinero. Número 6. Their house. Su casa. Número 7. Your singular bottle. Tu botella. Número 8. My clothes. Mi ropa. Now what's interesting about this last one is that the word for clothes in Spanish is singular and not plural. So you wouldn't say mis ropas, you'd say mi ropa. Remember to go back and correct any mistakes that you've made, so you can hopefully learn from your mistakes and not make the same ones again in the future. Today we've looked at Spanish possessive adjectives. It is not your pen, it is my pen. And we've learnt how to use possessive adjectives in Spanish. Muy bien. Adiós.